Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video, we're gonna be doing the roll up, which is the second move in the Pilates mat method. And the roll up is really great for spinal articulation. It introduces the two-way stretch, so everything pulling in two different directions, trying to lengthen out the spine. It's great for stretching out the low back or the back in general, and also the backs of the legs. So if you're tight like me, the roll up is really good for stretching out your hamstrings. And if you are really, really flexible, it's important for you to work on not spilling over and not reaching past your toes and really working on pelvis stability. So let's go ahead and lie back. You don't need any equipment for this. Go ahead and have your legs straight out, your heels are together, your toes are apart, and go ahead and lie back. If you're unable to do the roll up, I'll show some modifications and some things that you can do to build up to it at the end. So reach the arms up to the ceiling. Your spine is in neutral. All right, press the heels together. Reach the hands up, all right? So kind of round the shoulders forward and then plug them down. Reach them up and plug them down. So remember this plugging the shoulders into the back here. We wanna keep that. I wanna keep the shoulders down and the collarbone wide, even though we're rolling up. So lift your head, all right? Look at your feet, look at your stomach. Make sure everything's scooped in and try to peel your spine away from the mat. Lift up, keep the collarbone wide. Now reach forward. All right, keep the arms parallel. Lift the ribs up, scoop the abdominals. So here's that two-way stretch. My toes are reaching forward. My hands are reaching forward, but my ribs and my navel and my low back are reaching back. All right, so again, keep the two-way stretch. Everything's reaching away from one another. Roll it back, roll it back. Good. Reach the arms back, reach them up, lift the head up and peel your spine away. So you're trying to find that scoop, the lift of the rib cage up and over something. Round forward. So for you non-flexible people, it's really good to indulge a little bit and stretch everything out. For you really flexible people, all right, I want you to focus on scooping, ribs back, and trying not to allow the pelvis to spill. And go ahead and roll back. Keep pressing the heels together. Lift up, roll up. Hold here in this half roll back. Plug the shoulders down, pull the ribs and the navel back as the hands reach forward. And go forward. And what's great about having the heels together, toes apart, right, is we're not going into our quads. So if you're noticing that your quads are bulging up, so if you just watch here, you see how they kind of puff up a little bit? We want to get out of those hip flexors and into our stomach. So press those heels together, squeeze your bottom, and roll back. And as you do that, as you really focus on your back body, on those side hip wrapping muscles, you should feel them kick on and really activate. So many things to think about in this, but it's so good for you. Last one here. And up and up and up. Whew. So I hope you learned something from that. Again, it's really good for spinal articulation, obviously strengthening the abdominals, finding that two-way stretch, right? The feet are reaching away, the hands are reaching away, the stomach and the low back is pulling away in opposition. So many good things here. It teaches you a lot that you can take into the Pilates method on every apparatus, really. So if you aren't quite there yet, a modification here is to have the knees bent, hands behind your legs, or maybe just lightly on your knees, depends. All right, so you're gonna start by sitting up really tall, flat back. You're gonna curl the tailbone under, scoop the abdominals, just come into a half roll back. All right, so same thing here. My hands are reaching away as my stomach and my low back is pulling away in opposition. Almost like I'm trying to reach my collarbone forward and everything is pulling back. Now, as I come back up, I'm reaching the crown of my head forward as the stomach goes back to restack the spine. Exhale, scoop it back, roll it back. Again, you're trying to keep the ribs lifted, all right? So I'm not just sinking down into my bottom here. And then roll it up. All right. And again, try not to have a death grip here. Try to get into your abdominals as much as you can. And once you've mastered this, right, you can eventually start to take your hands away. And here, right? So these are some modifications that you can do. And then also, once you're here, we can do some arm raises to challenge those obliques. Right, we can do a lot of things here. You can go all the way back, tap the low back on the mat. You can hear me shaking. And then come up in order to get to your full roll up. That right there is a really great abdominal workout. I do it a lot in my classes and in my videos. So again, I hope you learned something. If you did, tell me what you felt in the comments. Please like this video if you did like it and hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this and some workouts in the future. Thanks, guys.